The NFL world didn't just get surprised, it got blindsided. When the New England Patriots pulled off a move that insiders are calling the smartest off-season play of the decade, nobody saw it coming. Not analysts, not rival GMs, not even the fan bases glued to every transaction alert. And as sources claim, this move didn't leak early because New England kept it locked behind the tightest cone of silence since the Brady era. What the Patriots executed wasn't just a front office tweak, it was a complete tactical shift that confused the league and sent every competitor scrambling for answers. This whole thing started when reports surfaced that the Patriots were restructuring their offensive identity from the ground up, a decision that insiders say was months in the making. But the twist nobody expected was how they did it. Instead of publicly announcing changes or slow-walking adjustments like most franchises, they flipped everything overnight, from the playbook to personnel usage, to who gets the final say on game day decisions. According to sources close to the situation, New England implemented a hybrid offensive system, mixing college spread concepts with old-school power football, a style tailor-built for Drake Maye's freakish upside. That's what made executives around the league panic. This wasn't some experiment. This was a blueprint for domination. And the moment news broke, rival teams reportedly started calling around trying to figure out who leaked the shift. Scouts were combing through preseason footage frame by frame, trying to find signs of the new system. But the Patriots had already moved like ghosts, with analysts calling it the quietest strategic rebuild in the entire NFL this season. Even defensive coordinators were caught off guard, with one NFC coach telling reporters, "We prepped for a different Patriots team. This wasn't it." The confusion was real, and that chaos set the tone for the season. But here's where it gets wilder. As insiders claim, the Patriots had been secretly testing Drake Maye's mobility packages in closed sessions, running simulations that pushed his off-platform throws, his scramble creation ability, and his pocket movement. They were drilling elite-level decision-making into him before the rest of the league even realized he was the real deal. And once preseason joint practices leaked those early clips of him torching defenses, social media exploded with theories that New England was hiding something massive. And the truth is, they were. Because according to team sources, the Patriots front office made a calculated decision to accelerate Drake Maye's development faster than any rookie quarterback in franchise history. Not even Tom Brady got this type of instant investment from day one. The Patriots were betting big, and the payoff started showing immediately in the early season, with advanced metrics proving Maye was reading defenses at a rate unheard of for a first-year player. The NFL wasn't ready for this firestorm, and the Patriots were just getting started. Once the whispers began about New England's new offensive identity, insiders started turning their attention to one thing. Drake Maye was cooking behind the scenes. And the craziest part? The Patriots designed this entire rebuild around making him an instant superstar. Analysts now say the team didn't view Maye as a developmental quarterback. They viewed him as a day-one nightmare for defensive coordinators, and they crafted every little detail of their system to weaponize his strengths. As sources claim, the Patriots coaching staff spent the offseason studying film of modern quarterback movement, Patrick Mahomes' improvisation, Josh Allen's physicality, Joe Burrow's pocket craft, and CJ Stroud's accuracy. Then they reportedly fused those elements into a playbook that let Maye operate with unexpected freedom. That freedom is exactly why defensive units across the league started panicking. Maye wasn't just executing plays. He was outthinking defenses before the snap, shifting protections, and calling hot routes like a vet who'd been in the league for years. Even crazier, insiders say New England's analytics team built custom quarterback models showing that Maye's arm talent ranks in the top 5% of all active QBs. That's why the Patriots doubled down on deep shot packages, rollout designs, and quick trigger plays that forced defenses into coverage conflicts. And when the first few games hit, the league immediately saw the results. Maye was delivering sidearm lasers, deep moon balls, and frozen rope out routes that made veteran DBs look confused. But the real panic erupted when film analysts noticed how unshakable Maye was in late-game situations. As sources claim, the Patriots structured their entire practice schedule around pressure phases, which simulated fourth-quarter chaos every single week. They hit him with disguised blitzes, trash-talking defenders, collapsing pockets, and intentionally stressful reps. And the result? A quarterback who plays his best ball when everything is collapsing. And once New England started stacking wins, commentators began comparing Maye to Brady, not because of play style, but because of clutch DNA. Opposing coaches reportedly said preparing for him felt way too familiar, a callback to how opponents used to prepare for Brady in the early dynasty, with fear, frustration, and no answers. This is why the league is shook right now, because Drake Maye isn't supposed to be this polished, this cold-blooded, or this mentally sharp so early in his career. And yet, every time he steps on the field, he proves that the Patriots didn't draft a prospect, they drafted a monster. And the NFL's panic wasn't even at its peak yet, because what happened next changed everything. While Drake Maye was tearing the league apart on offense, the Patriots' defense was building something equally terrifying. A top-tier, suffocating, hit-you-in-the-mouth machine that made veteran quarterbacks look like rookies. And as sources claim, this defensive explosion is the true reason every playoff contender started sweating halfway through the season. Mike Vrabel, known for defensive discipline, allegedly installed an upgraded scheme mixing Tennessee's gap control toughness with hybrid coverage designs influenced by Baltimore's aggression. That combination turned New England's defense into a nightmare. Suddenly, the Patriots were clogging run lanes, disguising coverages like magicians, and sending perfectly timed pressure packages that left QBs spinning. But the biggest shock came from the cornerback unit. Analysts began calling them the new no-fly zone, because opposing receivers were getting erased weekly. As sources claim, the Patriots adopted a shadow coverage system that let their best corner follow the opponent's WR1 all game long. A bold move that only works when your corners are absolute dogs, and the crazy part, it worked. Receivers who normally dropped 120 yards were suddenly finishing games with 38 and a single first down. The run defense also became one of the league's strongest units, with insiders saying New England upgraded their interior line strength through both coaching and unexpected breakout players. The defensive tackles were stacking double teams, clogging gaps, and forcing offenses into predictable passing downs, exactly what the Patriots wanted. And once those passing downs came, the edges feasted, using bend and burst moves that analysts said rivaled the best in the league. But the real nuclear moment came in the AFC Championship game, when New England unleashed a defensive game plan that had Denver frozen in the snow, literally and strategically. As sources claim, Vrabel's entire focus was shutting down Denver's run game and forcing them to rely on backup QB Jarrett Stidham in brutal blizzard conditions. The linebackers were crashing with perfect timing, the safeties were reading every route break, and Stidham never got comfortable once in 4 quarters. This defensive identity wasn't luck, it wasn't hype, it was engineered. Built, designed to suffocate the exact type of high-powered offenses the Patriots expected to face deep in the playoffs. And because of that, analysts began calling New England the most complete team in the NFL, a roster with a monster QB, a top-tier run defense, shutdown corners, and the kind of playoff mentality that gets championships won. The Patriots weren't just winning games, they were choking out hope. The playoff run that stunned the league didn't happen quietly, it happened violently, explosively, and with every sports show in America scrambling to explain how New England went from last year's punchline to this year's apocalypse. And as sources claim, the turning point, the moment that made analysts officially fear the Patriots, came late in the regular season when New England pulled off a game that insiders now call the identity shift. It was a matchup the Patriots weren't supposed to win, against a top AFC contender with an elite defense. But Maye turned into a flamethrower when the lights were brightest. He dropped back-to-back drives, mixing scramble creation, tight window throws, and quick strike reads that had commentators saying the kid was playing with psychic vision. And once New England secured that win, the league finally realized that Drake Maye wasn't slowing down, he was speeding up. But the wildest moment came in the AFC Championship game. Denver was expected to bully their way into the Super Bowl with their brutal pass rush, heavy run game, and cold weather advantage. Instead, as insiders claim, the Patriots walked into the blizzard like it was home turf. While Denver hesitated on offense, New England executed surgical drives, ice-cold reads, and a defensive clinic that shut down even their trick plays. And when it came to coaching, Mike Vrabel cooked Sean Payton from the first whistle. The Patriots leaned into their run-pass balance with perfectly timed QB keepers, misdirection plays, and option reads designed to punish Denver's linebackers. Meanwhile, Stidham struggled to see through the wind and snow, while the Patriots' defensive front treated every snap like a jailbreak. The stadium was shaking, fans were screaming, and social media went ballistic when the Patriots locked the game down with their final defensive stand, a series that analysts called the moment New England re-entered the dynasty conversation. As sources claim, team executives reportedly celebrated in the tunnel with the energy of a franchise that knew they'd just rewritten their future. But the real chaos came afterward, when experts realized the Patriots might actually be the best team left standing. Every sports show, podcast, and analytics page started exploding with clips highlighting Drake Maye's pocket movement, the defense's suffocating discipline, and Vrabel's playoff mastery. Suddenly, New England wasn't the underdog. They were the threat nobody wanted to acknowledge, especially in a league desperate for new contenders. And with the Super Bowl locked in against Seattle, the storyline became explosive. The rising juggernaut versus the NFC's surprise powerhouse. But behind the headlines, behind the hype, insiders knew the truth. New England entered that matchup with the edge, because the Patriots didn't get here by accident. They got here by force. Now the entire NFL world is locked in on the biggest stage. And as sources claim, the Patriots are walking into this Super Bowl with a level of confidence, swagger, and raw execution that has analysts calling them the team of destiny without hesitation. What makes this run so insane isn't just that New England shocked the league, it's how they did it. They rebuilt their entire identity, reestablished their culture, and unleashed a rookie quarterback playing with the poise of a 10-year veteran. Seattle's incredible run is getting attention, but behind the scenes, insiders say multiple NFC coaches privately admitted they believe the Patriots are the more complete team. Drake Maye's late-season numbers are being compared to early career legends. His ability to extend plays has defenses terrified, and the Patriots' O-line has become one of the toughest units in the postseason. Meanwhile, the run game turned into a bulldozer that lets New England control tempo, kill clock, and punish defenses that dare to drop too many into coverage. But the biggest X factor is Mike Vrabel's defensive genius. As sources claim, the Patriots have been preparing specific looks designed to confuse Seattle's passing attack. Hybrid shells, simulated pressures, and tight window traps built to bait Sam Darnold into risky throws. New England's corners are playing at an elite level, the safeties are communicating like a hive mind, and the linebackers are blowing up screens before they even develop. And here's the part that got the whole league sweating. Insiders say the Patriots have been holding back a chunk of their playbook for this exact game. That means more misdirection, more tempo changes, more RPO wrinkles, and possibly the most aggressive red zone package they've used all season. Analysts believe Seattle simply isn't built to handle all of that at once. The Patriots didn't just claw their way to this moment, they engineered it. The AFC playoff gauntlet forced them to evolve every week, sharpen their identity, and battle through snowstorms, hostile crowds, and elite defenses. And every time they were doubted, they answered with power, precision, and clutch execution that shut critics down immediately. As sources claim, inside the Patriots locker room, the message is simple. Finish the job. Not hope, not pray. Finish. This is the mentality of a franchise that believes it's reclaiming a throne that used to have its name engraved on it for 2 decades straight. And if Drake Maye steps into this Super Bowl and delivers another legendary performance, the NFL will have to accept the truth. The Patriots aren't rebuilding anymore, they're rising. And this year, the Super Bowl feels like more than a goal, it feels like destiny. Make sure to like and subscribe for more breakdowns just like this.